That was a great, well-timed play on Rico, who's just back. First game back from, they just had kid number 2.
A double father. What a D.
Down.
Johnny Malks picks up the disc. He looks like he has Musa Jaw right away. And that's a quick goal for
Christian Boxley.
Christian Boxley.
Yeah.
My mistake.
Really hasn't been stepping through as much as we would like to see them do against most double teams.
Shields with the huge hammer over to Reifus, unmarked as Reifus gets that up to Tom. Tom looking deep now. Reeled in by Musa Jaw on the doorstep. And Jaw back to Reifus.
I love watching Musa play defense. I like Musa playing defensive offense more. That's a good edge on that disc to make sure the wind is pushing it down instead of out.
92, Adam Turcotte has it in the middle of the field, and a low throw out of the reach of Eli Park. DC going the other way.
I think that was Marcus Thaw on that D.
Marcus Thaw looked like the disc was thrown to him. Bloodgood now, once again, directing things from the backfield. Gets it up to Jasper Tom. Tom looking end zone for Farah, and DC puts another break on the board, 5-0 Breeze.
That movement in the backfield, getting Krantz out of there and creating space with Jasper.
James Lewis, maybe back to Kevin J, thinks better of it now to Komire, but Jasper Tom with the layout D, and Luke Komire sticks with it. Finds Phil Turner in the back of the end zone. What an impressive defensive display, but Toronto, with the second effort, puts it in for the goal.
Oh, man, those are tough when you're on defense, but that's a great play by Luke. I like seeing Rowan go there. He was a little bit early.
Tyler Monroe putting it deep for Jeff Wodach. As Wodach hangs onto it, toes the line. That disc was in the air for about 8 seconds.
Oscar Stonehouse does not think he was in bounds. Being able to set up a deep cut. There's a good throw from Joe Richards.
Too far, though, from Jeremy Knopp. Another throwaway for Joe Richards. I hate to harp on it.
Yeah, and
Toronto going deep here. Ryan Polos all the way to the back. And it's in. Oscar Stonehouse toes the line.
Opened up a little bit as soon as he went to the backfield. Just a missed throw.
Going deep, but Bloodgood sticks his foot in the way of Eli Park's huck. That disc is going nowhere.
That's a classic Bloodgood D. When he knows exactly what you want to do. He's at every single practice. He's at every single workout. He's at every single game. He's at every single tournament.
Likely misses some sleep, perhaps, as Toronto working it up. Polas gets it down the sideline, looking deep and across the field, and Phil Turner able to track that disc down.
So
what
that's
an incredible shot from James Lewis.
Their D-line. A lot of times what'll happen is when you get a young team, they try to water down the D-line offense, and Toronto really hasn't seemed to do that. It seems like they really want them to understand and know that system.
Rowan up to Healy, and in 3 throws, most of the field is gone for DC. Jeff Wodach has it now in the middle. Rowan finds Boxley on the far sideline.
And a well-timed cut for Christian there.
Monroe with a scoober to the end zone. Easy pickings for Jeremy Knopp. Quick hold. Toronto going backwards but maintaining possession as Kevin J has it now.
And you can see there, he's looking to work the break side and then realizes the fore side is open.
Kevin J for Wilkie Lewis in the end zone. All that motion in the backfield.
And that's a waste of resources.
Rowan with a monster bid to win possession back.
That was incredible. So Rowan makes up probably 2.5 or 3 yards as soon as that disc is in the air and just uses his legs to make that play.
Toronto looking for it there. Turcotte can't get it from Wodach. And Rowan has the disc after his impressive D.
Yeah, Joe Richards just a little early there on the break side.
Wodach finds Monroe in the backfield. Monroe being the quarterback these last couple points. Monroe with a high one, reeled in by McDonald, and McDonald finds Joe Richards in the corner.
And again, catching goals is where I think they're going to keep him for the rest of this game and really try to hit him in the end zone and let him do what he does best, which is finish. Good timing on his part. Mistakes. I think that both of those are just trying to do a little bit too much on the fake for the first one and a little bit too much on the huck.
Ja looking deep now for, I believe, Reese Bergeron. And Bergeron goes up early and makes the play. Phil Turner in the area again, but had no opportunity to get that D.
That is a great grab for him. I think that disc and really just trying to eat the clock. So if they can take, what's a normal possession between 45 seconds and a minute.
Turcotte has having none of it, going deep for McRae. And David Cranston gets that disc out of there.
I'll talk about Cranston in a second. But if you can extend the possessions from 45 seconds to a minute, which is a typical possession, to like even a minute and a half if they score, you're taking time away from them to come back. And in this case, it ends up with a chance for another break.
A.J. Merriman looking deep to Farah. And Farah boxes out Eli Park, a collision, but Farah with the goal.
Cranston, a critical part on both the D and the throw there. And so what I was going to say about him is he is quietly probably the best defender.
What a pull.
DC tightening it up now on the handlers. So it looks like they're kind of, oh, there's a Callahan.
Callahan for
David Shields.
For David Shields, the disc pops up into the air and floats right down to him. That's the easiest Callahan. Luke Comire chases that one down the full length of the field and now is looking end zone for James Lewis. But Delrico Johnson, the new two father, just had his second kid, gets the D.
And he's got his whole family here. He's got his.
Pelaz finds Turcotte in what could have been called a pick, I think, but you do what you do. Stonehouse now, he's been quiet in this half, and Pelosi looks end zone and finds Keith McRae for the goal.
Some sideways passes, but Toronto, they kind of have to. 3 minutes and 8 points here is a tall ask.
Well, there goes Johnny Moggs hucking it to Tyler Monroe. Monroe outruns everybody, both the Lewis brothers in the end zone, and will score for DC. 2:50 left, 24-14. Now DC's defense is moving. They are not interested in swinging the disc. They are looking for the goal as Bloodgood puts it to Delrico Johnson, who says, put the kids to bed. He'll have to do that when he gets home, and they're putting Toronto to bed here tonight.
The first quarter didn't go the way you wanted, or the third quarter didn't go the way you wanted. At least the fourth quarter, you showed that you could make the adjustments that you needed to.
The Davids just wandering around through that double team as Tom looks deep for A.J. Merriman. A.J. Merriman rips it away from James Lewis for the DC goal. Lewis not happy about that one, and A.J., after extending the hand, decides to extend the biceps instead. Johnny Moggs makes the final throw of the game here. Nope, that might be it. Where do you see this season going for DC now after they pick up the win here to improve to 4-2?